I am pro-life because it's in the very cells of my body. That's a funny answer, but when I was 25, I found out that I was conceived from a rape. And all these years I knew I was adopted, but my parents didn't know either the circumstances surrounding that. I had been living my life a lukewarm Catholic, away from my faith, and church was something that you just did when you needed something or when it was a big holiday. When I found out my mother's birth story, it really changed my life and it made me pro-life. My mother was 20, she had dark hair and blue eyes, and she was on a piano scholarship at the university. She met a man and they were just friends. He was about to go out to Vietnam. I can imagine that it was a crazy time with the sexual revolution and rock and roll. One night things got out of hand and he forced himself upon my mother. Even though the year was 1966, my mother would have had choices even back then. The famous back alley abortions were available, and there were still doctors that did such things. But my mother had enough sense that this was a life in her developing, and thankfully she had a good Catholic doctor that advised her to go to a home for unwed mothers, and she gave me birth. And Catholic Charities was there to handle the adoption. A couple that was not able to have children of their own adopted me. They were 40 and they were overjoyed, and I had a wonderful life growing up. I would have to say that I'm pro-life because I owe it to my mother. If people really knew all the truth about abortion, nobody would be knowingly pro-abortion. I think when we went through medical school training and we saw the ultrasound showing that heartbeat, showing that baby move, showing that baby suck their thumb, the humanity of that baby, all the organs that are beautifully formed, and we can recall the scripture, I knew you in the womb, your organs perfectly knit together. I think we all recognize that that's a human being in there. I think if everybody knew that they were aborting a real baby, not a fetus or some other term that they choose to use to make it okay, I don't think anybody would be pro-abortion. And more as a physician, I'm seeing that there is fallout from abortion and from this contraceptive mentality. There is a lot of disease associated with multiple abortions, infertility, great mental illness in women. I mean, I can almost peg a woman coming in who's depressed, not sleeping well, anxious. I ask a lot of questions about her life. Inevitably, there's an abortion in that history. There's just a lot of mental illness with abortion. And I think that these women are carrying around the truth with them, that they knew that what they did was kill a real life. I think as Catholics and Christians, we need to talk about the harm that abortion does to women. We have these feminists that say, oh, the Catholic Church wants a war on women. No, I think that they are the ones waging this war on women. They are the ones ignoring what a woman really needs, how a woman is really made. I mean, the very name of a woman suggests that that woman has a womb, that God made her to bear children, that her ultimate theological end is to be a mother. And I think that the feminists of today are robbing women of this natural desire, this natural inclination, and it is really making women very, very ill. I am proud to be a Catholic physician, and I think centers like JMJ, where they're treating with a Catholic model, a Christian model, I think that's the wave of the future, because I think American women are too smart to believe the old lies, that somehow faith and reason don't go hand in hand. They very much do.